Well, you know, while I was thinking we finally need to talk about the Book of Boba Fett now, this happened. And a few weeks before, there was a major potential trailer leak, so to make up my mind, I wanted to chill down playing some HVV in Battlefront 2. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, what is going on in Star Wars right now? First things first, the LEGO Skywalker Saga release really exceeded our expectations. After a minor delay and half a year of disappearing, we now have a realistic release date and got an over 8-minute gameplay trailer with something that now actually looks like a game which can be released that way. And that's even though it's the most extensive LEGO game of all time. It's an open world based game with over 23 available planets, each of which will have additionally even more different location on it. And we will also get many starship and spaceship cruiser locations too. The sheer size of seeing this now is insane. Here on Coruscant, for example, we have the Central Federal District with the Senate and the Jedi Temple or Padme's apartment in it, and also the the party district where Obi-Wan and Anakin continue with their drinking problem. It's so extensive and big that there is even the gong droid in the trailer. They really used this meme, and it's also a playable character. This is really important to see because that means that they understand us as the fanbase. And better, they even brought back the OG mumble mode. You know, I could make a whole video about this, but there are already very nice trailer analysis videos on YouTube you can watch. The actually really interesting part here are the character packs. So when you pre-order the deluxe edition of the new LEGO Star Wars, you get 7 character packs, including Mandalorian Season 1, Mando Season 2, The Bad Batch, Rogue One, the classic characters for OG feeling, a Trooper pack, and also Solo a Star Wars story. But the real highlight here is when you buy the digital version of the game, you instantly unlock Obi-Wan as a playable character. While I think it wouldn't take long to unlock him in the game the normal way, we can assume that has something to do with the upcoming Kenobi show, which doesn't have a clear release date so far. So the LEGO Skywalker Saga is set to be released on April the 5th, and that's also a very probable date for the long-awaited Kenobi show to come out around that time. So while we haven't seen much of the show yet, I expect a more promising teaser trailer in the near future. Maybe around the season finale of Book of Boba Fett. Which flawlessly brings me to the next part. What the heck did they think? You know, Tatooine was always some kind of the US Midwest for me. A farm boy on a ranch in Kansas in the middle of nowhere, and now it's the Matrix. I mean, cyberpunk? I mean, London?
Then why'd you let the Monga charge us a month's wages for a week's war?
I don't know what the costume and the head designer thought when creating this bike gang, but I just can't take that serious. How is someone this pale on a planet with 2 suns? I mean, that could work on Coruscant or Corellia, but Tatooine? I don't know if this is meant as some kind of reference, maybe to some old cartoons? I mean, it reminds me of American Graffiti, but was it really that necessary? Not even mentioning the leggy speeder chase at the speed of my grandma running. Okay, well, maybe I'm too harsh with the show here, but I just expected something, you know, different. But we'll see when the final episode is out if we expected too much or if they somehow managed to fix it in the last episodes. I think it would be a nice way to discuss that in the comments about what's wrong and what's great with the show, and please tell me what you think about the Vespa Gang, because I have no idea how to think about that. I mean, it's not fully bad, there are many highlights and most of the time it's a solid show to watch, but the small problems just completely destroy the setup. Man, I could make a whole video on this. Oh, and trust me, he will hire Mando for the upcoming war, and it was originally the Pikes who killed this tribe and not the biker gang. Completely predictable plot. Spoilers. So continuing to the most questionable spoiler, or more a leak. Look at this transition. Some new account uploaded a video on YouTube where he filmed a new Star Wars teaser secretly with his smartphone camera. A huge argument began if this is fake or real, and I have to say, if it's fake, it's one of the best imitations I have ever seen. There is so much effort in this 1-minute trailer, it's insane. It looks absolutely believable, but the feeling doesn't quite match the way Disney or Lucasfilms would make trailers in the past, so I think it's because it's rendered in a different engine, maybe Unreal. I think it looks like Unreal in this scene here because it looks more like a video game opening, but it's very high quality. The only other thing is the Lord of the Ring Nazgul thing mask of the Dark Knight, and further the audio design, which heavily uses already existing audio from other Star Wars films and games. But the sheer fact that the whole community was speculating if this is real or not is already a great sign that this is absolutely insanely done. But overall, it has more the look and feel of a fan-made trailer. Another possible option is that it is a trailer for the Knights of Ren comic release. The Knights of Ren actually already existed since the era of the Republic, and the related comic series tells us the story about their former members and adventures. I could again make a whole video about that topic alone, but to keep it short, they have the reputation of deadly marauders and were hired by Qi'ra and the Crimson Dawn cartel in the time after Solo: A Star Wars Story, in order to fight the Sith monopoly position on galactic power and destroy the Empire. They even once infiltrated Darth Vader's fortress on Mustafar, which this trailer shows us in the background. Then, years later, Ben Solo killed their leader and changed his name to Kylo Ren. And we all know how that ended. So continuing to the last point, and a point that mostly influences Star Wars fans on PC, Battlefront 2 is unplayable right now. Literally not playable. We are not talking about a minor issue, some game crashes or unbalanced items, we are talking about the 1 HP bug. And if you somehow haven't already heard about it, it's a bug where everyone in the lobby can die. You lose health until 1 HP and then just simply don't die, even if you fall out of the map or the AT-AT steps on you. It slowly became a thing in late 2021, and around Christmas literally every lobby was infected by them. So basically every game you played, nobody died. You need much luck to join a lobby, which doesn't have this problem right now. Originally it started out as a side effect of cheating, but then it continued and spread on its own. Even the guys in some hacker groups on Reddit are like, hey guys, we don't know how to stop that. That was not our intention. We didn't want it to be like that. So an EA community manager has now finally responded that they will work on this fast after they came back from their 4-week Christmas holidays. Yes. But don't expect things to go too fast, since they also have to fix their more recent problem child, Battlefield 2042. You know, I could make a whole video about how EA ruined Battlefront 2 and their Star Wars game license, but maybe another time. And some people also might say, hey, Battlefront 2 is now over 4 years old and it's already dead. It has been dead since the first lootbox shitstorm at the beginning, but no. It's Star Wars, and in terms of multiplayer, you don't get around this game as a Star Wars fan. So it will be played at least until we get a new huge-scale Star Wars multiplayer game, which doesn't seem to be the case in the near future. Speaking of Star Wars games in the future, we also have new information about Jedi Fallen Order 2. I could make a whole video on this speculation, but for now it seems like it will release by the end of this year, so a perfect Christmas gift. But don't be too sure about that, because if we think about the other Star Wars projects that were announced, things may sometimes take a little longer than expected.